four stage of human development. Four stage of human development and four types. Four types of leadership. I talk about this. Four stages of human development and also four types of leadership. The first one, and the fourth stage of human development. First one, I don't know. Therefore, I can't do it. I don't know. The first stage, I don't know, and therefore I can't do it. How to solve this situation? What do we need? What is the solution? This stage. I don't know, therefore I can't do it. What is the solution?
We should know.
Solution.
We should know the causes and work on ourselves.
Yes, that's right. If we know that,
Yes,
how
we
to
know.
do it, I can do it, right? So in this stage, the solution is give knowledge. Give knowledge.
Yes.
If we have enough knowledge, I know how to do it. Therefore, I can do it. This is the solution. The knowledge, to increase knowledge. The second stage is I know that. However, I can't do it. I know that. I know it. I know it. However, I cannot do it. So this is the second stage. What is the solution? If we are here, I know it, of course. Several times my manager direct me, teach me. However, I cannot do it. What is the solution in this stage?
Skill or experience? Skill or experience?
Yes. Skill. In this stage, this is knowledge, but this is the issue of skill. So, to acquire skill, in some cases we have 10,000 hours, the principle of 10,000 hours. This is very long, right? This is a very long period to do something, because this is a kind of a craftsmanship, right? To take a lot of time. In this case, right? Number one, number two. The first thing we have there's two pitfalls. One pitfall. I doubt the method. Doubt the method. Right? This is not adaptable for our industry, because our industry is very different from others. Right? This method can be adaptable for manufacturing companies. However, in our case, it is not adaptable. Right? Doubt the method. This is the first step. Right? The second pitfall is doubt myself. You have to be a good manager, but I'm not good at management. I'm not adaptable for managing people. Right? I'm not good at managing people. Doubt myself. I am not suitable for this position. See? This is a common scenario. When we reach the number two stage, we know that, but it is very difficult to implement it. To know and to do is completely different. We have to know the pitfall. Doubt method. Do not doubt the method. Right? Just believe it. Do not doubt yourself. Just you do not have enough efforts, right, to overcome it. Right? It takes a lot of time. Okay? This is the second stage. The third stage. Only when I deeply consider it. Only when I deeply consider it. Then I can do it. So in this case, 2 and 3 are completely different. Stage 2, we can't do it. But stage 3, only when I deeply consider how to do it, I can do it. Or only when I am assisted by senior. I am assisted by other experienced people. I can do it. But only when I deeply consider, or only when I am assisted by others, right? But in general, quickly, the situation, we return to the situation. I cannot do it. Right? What is it? From one, even if we reach the here, right? We have to increase more skill. More skill, right? It takes a lot of time because 10,000 hours. Right? This is the third stage. Then what is the, please guess, what is the fourth stage? Okay? First stage, I don't know, therefore I can't do it. The second, I know that, but I cannot do it. The third stage, only when I consider it, I can do it. But in general, I cannot do it. How about the fourth stage?
I don't want to do it.
Huh?
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it.
Because I don't understand.
Okay, this is the conclusion, consequence is that I can do.
Okay.
I can
To
do.
do it.
I can do it. How this?
I know and I can do it.
I know it. I can do it. Yeah. But これもa little similar. I know. This one is more not know. Unconsciously, I can do. Unconsciously, I don't have to think about it. For example, you do not think about how to go back your way. You go back your home. You do not have to think. What is my way to go back to my house? Unconsciously, we can go back. So unconsciously. Without any thinking, I can do it. So from here to here, right? What is important? From third to fourth. Experience and experience. This is a habit, experience. Habitually behavior. Right? We'll do many times. We do that. Finally, we do not care. We don't have to think about it. But I can do it. Right? This is the fourth stage of the people, humans development. So the very difficult point is number 2. It's a very long and we cannot see when we can do it. So that while this stage we doubt the method, we doubt oneself, in some cases we demotivated and we want to be quit. Right? Okay? Then, next, 4 types of leadership. How to support them. number one leader. Teaching type. Teaching type. You understand? Teaching. Right? Teaching is very good for the number one. Right? They lack of knowledge. Therefore, if we teach something, they can do it. Okay? In this stage, teaching type leadership is very suitable. However, this is one of the problem. Teaching type is connected to micromanagement and top-down approach, right? This is in general, it falls into tyrannical way, right? Very severe, very rigorous principle we force, right? First, this is a capitalist type. This is a top-down micromanagement and severe principle we force, right?
Yes.
In this case, if we continue it for a long time, only when number one is okay, but most people are staying number two or number three. This is the point. We sometimes use number one approach to 2 or 3. In this case, they do not like this company and they want to quit this company because they are demotivated by micromanagement, rigorous approach. Right? You understand? So, then the number 2 approach. What is the suitable for number 2 people? What kind of leadership is suitable for the number 2 people? Right? Right? This is teaching. The next is advice. Teaching, coaching, that's coaching. Coaching is interactive human relationship. So they should be persuaded, right? Because they doubt. So that even if we teach them, but they doubt it, therefore, through the coaching approach, right? We have to get rid of their criticism, such a doubt, thinking, right? So that it takes a lot of time for leader, but it is very effective coaching approach. Okay? The number 3. Only when they deeply consider they can do it, or only when they are tutored by somebody, they are assisted by somebody, they can do it. In this case, what kind of leadership is effective? And they are not effective. What kind of leadership is effective?
You have to be mentor.
Mentor is coaching, right?
Yes.
A mentor is coaching. A little difficult. So, this is a supportive approach, participating, support. We accompany them, right? With them. We'll do that with them. Yeah? Okay. Supportive approach, participating. Unconsciously they can do it. In this case, what is? Please guess. What kind of leadership is the most suitable for the number 4 people?
Making leaders.
Hmm?
Making leaders.
Making leaders. they were already leaders, right? So that how about the type of leader? Our leader?
Like developing other leaders.
Developing other leaders, yes, they were already developed, right? Therefore,
Delegation.
perfect. Delegating. Sometimes, right? Kapil use this. Kapil's approach is number 1 and number 4. But delegating, this is very important. If we delegate leader, this is only when we are retired. Okay? Or to be another subsidiary's president or something. While we are president or CEO of the company, I delegate something, right? That means we just delegate responsibilities. So this is a trap. We, the other leader, we have 2 traps. This type of leader, entrepreneur type, fall into number 1. Very severe and sometimes use a micromanagement and a tyrannical way. And the second, third, succeeded leaders, they fall into this. I delegate my task to my staff, right? But completely, they are 2 or 3. But if we delegate, if we say the leader, I delegate them. That means the organization fall into anarchism. Nobody, no leaders there. You understand? So that 2 things are basically our leaders trap. So that only 2. We have to focus on coaching type or supportive, participating type. Because most of employees are number 2 or number 3. Right? Do you understand? Everybody understand? Alright? Okay? Then, and based on this method, right? Based on this method, I'm explaining what kind of innovation we have to do now. Right? One is これはどうひっくり返すどこにいる Okay. Based on this method, right? This side is yin and yang. Yin, do you know? Yin, and yang. Chinese philosophy, huh? Yin, yang, yang. This side is human-oriented side. We rely on humans' skill, experience, knowledge. Right? This side is system-oriented. Right? From here to here, what is called? What is name? What did I name it? This one. Do you remember this? This is process innovation. And this is authentic, real, authentic innovations. First one, what is called? First one. What? Whose error? Whose error? This one. It's says his book, right?
Yes. This is
Nobody.
human errors. It is.
It is entrepreneur's error. Entrepreneur established a company. Okay? Do you remember?
Sorry.
No? Entrepreneur's error. The number 2 is director's error. directors, employees, good employees. So, entrepreneur established. I established my own company 27 years ago alone, but I delegate my tasks to my staff and I develop my staff. So, I do not have to do work by myself, right? So that employees can completely do daily tasks based on knowledge, skill, experience, right? Based on human's ability. Okay? The next stage, what is the next stage? And then we do a process innovation. Right? How about next stage? What is called? Standardization. Right? Do you remember standardization? All right. And then we increase productivity. Standardization is a kind of preparation, right? If we implement the standard method, then we increase productivity and reduce the number of people, or do the same thing, do by the same people and do more tasks. So that this is maximization of the productivity, right? Then if we do these things, after that 5 stages, we can do a new employee, entrepreneur. We can get a new entrepreneur. Then it will be a human-related error again, right? Because this is existing business. We standardize. After that, we are not so busy. Therefore, we can do another business or increase services, right? Do you understand? Okay. So, from here to here, right? In this stage, right, we, for example, in our company, top management, middle management, lower management, right? So, in the lower management, we have two things, two management. One is proper delivery, control the period, right? Time, a kind of time management. Control the before the due date, we have to submit a document, right? This is a time management, right? With Christ. The second, number 2 is what?
Quality we have to ensure. Quality we have to ensure.
That's quality. Quality control. Two things are basically based on this one. Our knowledge, skill, experience, right? This is this stage. But from this stage to the standardization, we do not rely on experienced people, but rely on the manual, system, manual or system. So for example, we try to make a manual, but in this case, some people doubt our procedures, tasks are so complex. Therefore, it is very difficult to be manualized all things, right? So that we categorize all tasks, right? In this case, they are separated 2 types. One is judgment. We have to judge something. The person who can judge something is a high experience, high skill, high knowledge, but the judgment cannot be manual. All right? However, procedure can be manual. So that we list up the all tasks. And then we rate ABC, right? We rate, right? Rate ABC. What is A is a judgment. Right? A type task requires judgment. B, requires small judgment. However, most of them are procedures. C is a completely procedure. And B and C can be manual. Right? Standard. The A cannot be manual. However, the judgment is to do some judgment. We need experienced people. So if experienced people do both things, the task requires judgment, also procedure. In this case, experienced people become busy. If we analyze them and separate, in general, 2, 8 over 1, 9, we separate. So that if we separate whole task, this is judgment or this is procedure. Procedure can be manual, but almost 90% of task can be manual. Right? Okay. And one more. This stage is complex. Complexity. This is a frequency. Frequency and complexity. Complex. But in general, our tasks are so complex. Right? We believe, right? Complex and importance. If we categorize complexity and frequency, and what is our main job? What is our main job? Complexity and frequency we separate for tasks. What is our main job? Our main job can be determined by it is complex or not, or our task, our job is based on frequency. Frequency is very important. Frequency. Yeah? Recurrently, we do the same thing. Right? Every year, we tax filing, right? Auditing. Recurrently, frequency determines whether this task is our main job or not. Right? Frequent and not complex. Right? This is easy to be manual. Right? We can understand. This is easy to be manual. Okay? It does not occur a lot. However, it is so complex. It is difficult to manual. Not only difficult, but it is not efficient even if we manualize it. In this case, what should we do?
We have to use judgment.
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 Based on our analysis and experience.
Yeah. In this case, but not frequent, right? In this case, in general, we use outsourcing specialist. No? Use outside lawyers. It's all right. It occurs very few times. We do not have to manualize it. Just only use outside specialist, right? Every year, every company has to submit tax filing. No? But the reason they use CA, because only one time, right? A year. So they use chartered accountant because they don't have to chartered accountant every day, right? Only once a year. So outsource, we can use outsource. Okay? This part. This is not complex and not occur frequent. This is a waste of time. Don't get rid of it.
Yes. No need.
Get rid of it. we analyze them, and such a task should be gotten rid of from our company, right? The point is this one. This is complex but occur frequent. How? This is a point we annoy, right? Our tasks are not so easy, so complex. Therefore, it is very difficult to manualize. Yeah? This is a general opinion. However, of course, it is difficult to make a good manual, but it is the same for competitors. They are also difficult to make good manuals, right? So that once we make a good manual, but our competitors cannot. This is advancement for us. Advantage, right? Good advantage. So that this is the point. Whether we can focus on complex part and frequent part, and whether we can succeed to manualize it, we can have a big advantage from competitors. This is the point. So that we do not say, right? This task is so complex, therefore it is very difficult to manualize. Of course, I know that, but this is a point to make differentiation with competitors, focusing on this part. So, one of the Japanese companies, it is called Shift. It is an IT company, right? The IT company, its main task is testing of IT software, right? The IT application is completely different, right, from new different they test. So that in most cases, the testing company said, right, it is difficult to manualize because we have to test new things and completely different. Not automation, right? Not mass products. Completely one-on-one, completely different. So that many, all competitors deny, right? They cannot make money, but only one company succeeded. They analyze, fragment, separate in detail, and get the pattern, similar pattern, and make a good one. Then they make a good manual, and so that to develop new stuff quickly using this manual. Then, for a very short time, it became a listed company and a huge company, very successful IT companies, because people believe testing is not suitable for money, but only one company succeeded. Therefore, we have to do the same thing. Even if we think this task is so complex, but we should do so to win, to beat other competitors, right? Anyway, this part, our procedures are replaced by AI or IT, so that we are faced accounting plan, right? So that try to more productive than competitors, so that we have to try to do it. So in this mean, under judgment, regarding judgment, this is procedure can be manual. However, judgment, how to standardize judgment. Judgment is a checklist. Make a checklist, right? Narrative. All right, okay. Checklist, make a checklist. So that this is a OJT, and this is not OJT, right? The new stuff can complete the task only using our mind, right? This is our one process solution. And also, what is this? Bottom up. Bottom up. What is called? Bottom up suggestion.
改善
So our job is jobはblah blah plus blah blah blah. This is 改善な。Okay. 改善。And this is what?
work operation
Work operation. This is operation. So regarding operation, our job is separated two types. Regarding operation connected to lower management. Regarding operation, we have to submit the manual. Standard. We should standardize and submit the manual, right? However, Kaizen, this is completely different. Kaizen is connected to middle management. Middle management is to increase productivity. This means you should not follow only manual. You have to change your manual, right? So, in this meaning, right? This is a static approach. Static approach. Dynamics. This is dynamics. So completely different. Statics approach, right? You should do according to this regulation manual, right? Only you should do so. You should follow them. But in this case, you don't follow the manual only, right? Completely different because this is dynamics. So we have to do two things simultaneously, right? Of course we have to follow the manual, but not only follow manual, it is not enough, right? Simultaneously, without rushing and change it and suggest, recommend something. This is our SCAD system. SCAD system, right? From the bottom, please recommend something how to increase our productivity. Just that is connected to the change of manual. Please give me an idea, right? Okay, this is two things, as you know already. However, now we have a third revolution. Today we have to do. We have to start. So we've already started in Japan, from Japan and Indonesia. Now we are trying to do it in Philippines. But from today, Thailand and India will do the same thing, right? Okay?
Yes.
And such a thing, not these things, and standardization, making manual, there occur big conflict in other countries, right? Like Mexico, yeah? Okay? The final stage is, I'm thinking about BPO. Do you know BPO?
Business process outsourcing.
That's right. Business process outsourcing, however, internal BPO, IBPO, internally will do business process outsourcing. Actually, what do you know? What did I do in Mexico? Mexico's task, we've already tried to do that, but failed. Transfer to Myanmar, right?
Yes, we tried. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Actually, we transferred the Mexico's is staff's salary is very high, but however productivity is very low and not lucrative, right? In Mexico, right? Therefore, we try to transfer their tasks to Philippines. Right? Philippines is a completely opposite side of Mexico, right? while they are sleeping, the Filipino can work, and in the morning the task is completed. Right? The sun does not sun. Yeah, does not sun. Yeah? Do you know that?
Yes.
It's a Spanish word, Spanish principle. The country, the sun, doesn't sun. So we try to make such a company, right? Anywhere we can do the work while we are sleeping. The task can be completed because